What is up, obscure mic people? Today we've got a special one. Opening up the video on the Monoprice 600-850 Lollipop Kids, the Lollipop Kids mic. So today, or tonight, because I'm recording this at night, we're going to check out two microphones and kind of a head-to-head. I'm not going to do a specific video on one of them because I just want to compare it. It'll just serve as that. But I've got the SoundScript Firefly USB-C microphone from SoundScript, $150 I believe, maybe $100. I'll double check in a minute. And then we've got the Shure MV88 USB-C, and it comes with a little windscreen. You've seen the video, maybe you have, maybe you haven't. There's that. There's that. SoundScript versus Shure. Which one of these USB-C microphones should you spend your hard-earned dollars on? I'm going to leave the windscreen on for the tests. And this doesn't have a, well, it kind of does. It's got a furry, but we're not going to use a furry. I've got a handy-dandy USB-C to C female adapter to plug onto this. And I'm opening the video with this because we want to know, can you use one of these not only for your phone, which will have phone tests, plenty of phone tests, but can you use it to replace an in-studio mic, a streaming mic? Can you just prop it up on something and use that? So we're going to find that out. And also you're going to hear in the background a freezer that likes to go every once in a while. So we'll see how that picks up on these microphones here. Again, Shure MV88 USB-C, SoundScript Firefly. Let me get the prices because I honestly should have been more prepared. $159.99. $159.99. Pretty big price difference, but we do have multi-pattern. This we just have like bidirectional or supercardioid. This we have noise canceling, lots of in-app features. This we just have buttons. So you are going to pay a little more for some extra features and a metal build quality versus the plastic build quality of the Firefly. So there are some differences here, and then it really just comes down to the sound. Like, to me, to get the extra features and such, I mean, I'm willing to pay. If this is the USB-C, mobile mic of choice, I'm willing to pay more for this than I am this. I also do not fear losing this. I do fear losing this, but fifth pocket compatible, not fifth pocket compatible. So again, fifth pocket, I would wash it eventually. It would end up in my washer and dryer. I guarantee it. So maybe a little pouch connected to your keychain. This, you're probably going to want to carry around the little egg-shaped pouch that it comes in. Portability is still really good. I mean, you could throw this in your bag and it would be easy to find. You could throw this in your bag and it would not. So it just depends on how small you need it. That's what she said, not what she said. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and hook them up. Let's do this. Okay, so first off, we've got the Firefly. My USB-C to C connector did not work, so this is going to be propped up with a different cable. And this is what it sounds like if I were to use it as my studio mic. Kind of a weird setup here, but it's going to have to it's going to have to work. So let's go ahead and get right up on the microphone so you can hear what it sounds like when I'm really close to the mic. And then I'm going to come off to the side, and I'm going to come to the rear of the mic. I'm just going to kind of talk back here, and then I'm going to talk slowly and come back around to the front of the microphone so you can hear what that sounds like. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle pineapple pizza. Weird plosive test where I'm clenching my neck. Peter Piper, Peter Piper. And yeah, there you go. There's the SoundScript Firefly used in a studio setting. What's it sound like in comparison to my beloved Monoprice? And what's this going to do once I unplug it from this thing that didn't work and switch over to it? Let's find out. Okay, and now we've got the Shure MV88 USB-C. A little bit of an advantage already because I can use the articulating head to point it directly at me if I want to. So there's a little bit of an advantage there, but Peter Piper with a windscreen, Peter Piper. The windscreen comes with it. I'm going to use it. And then we get right on top of the microphone so you can hear what it sounds like when I'm up super close on the cardioid polar patterned USB-C microphone from Shure. And then we're going to go ahead and go off to the side and it seems to be cutting off as good, maybe probably not better, but as good as the SoundScript Firefly's super cardioid polar pattern. Let's go do some outside tests, and I'll listen back to all this, and we'll see which one, the Shure microphone or the SoundScript microphone. In all these scenarios, what's my opinion? Okay, so I am going to use this video for 2 channels. We're doing obscure tech and obscure mics, because I've got, let me get some more leverage here. Can I do this? Will this stay? Ooh, that's heavy. That is a heavy tripod right there. But anyway, we've got the Motorola Razr 2024, which is our flip phone. We've got our Google Pixel Fold, which is our fold phone. I will title what footage is what. But we're also doing, for obscure mics, the SoundScript Firefly microphone that's in the Razr. And we're doing the Shure MV88 USB-C, which is in the Google Pixel Fold. So this monstrosity of a setup, which I'll show you in the reflection here. Look at that monstrosity of a setup in the reflection of my glass. It is, oh, we're losing it. It's too heavy, Captain. Oh God, just stay with me, phones, stay with me. But yes, SoundScript in super cardioid mode, which is its native mode, and the USB-C MV88 of the Shure, which is cardioid mode. That's the only modes we're going to do here. And I'm also going to get kind of close up to these things, and I'll show you the monstrosity here again. But while we're doing the monstrosity, I'm going to talk closer to both of these mics so you can get an idea of what both of these mics sound like when I am pretty close to them. That way we can switch back and forth between the two, and you will hear the sound difference of me being like literally about 8 inches away from each microphone. And yeah, this is what that sounds like. So I'm going to slowly back away and get my ugly face back in the picture. But again, 4K 30 video of the Razr 2024, 4K 30 video of the Pixel Fold. We might as well go best resolution possible. I'm not going 60 frames per second, of course, but 4K 30, which I feel is a good test subject for both of these phones' cameras. And then Firefly from SoundScript, MV88 USB-C from Shure. This is what those sound like. This is what that footage looks like. I'm in a shaded spot, so let's turn around and we'll slowly go into a more sunny spot. We'll get ourselves into a more sunny disposition, get a little footage on the, oh God, might as well be staring at the sun. Hate that band with a passion. Rest in peace to the Steve fella, I think his name is. But I'm going to take a little walk here, and you can hear what the microphones sound like. It is kind of windy. You might get some wind in the SoundScript. I don't have the fluffy thing put on it, but yeah, there's that. We're going to turn around, get all this sunset footage in there along with the shady footage over there. Good to go. So yeah, I have a feeling the Razr is pretty good footage, video footage. Not 100% on that. I know the Pixel Fold provides some good footage. So I'm encouraged, because I kind of want to use the Razr 2024 as like my grab and go video mic, because the Pixel Fold's heavy. But yeah, I got nothing else to say. All right, so one of the features that the Shure microphone has that the SoundScript does not is noise cancellation. So while the Firefly does not have it, we can still test and see what kind of road noise or lack of noise cancellation, like what does the SoundScript pick up. So right now I am driving on the highway to get some of that sweet, sweet highway noise, and the SoundScript is plugged in to my Google Pixel Fold, and this is what it sounds like, roughly about, I would say, just a little less than 2 feet away from my mouth. So the phone is on the dash, recording, SoundScript plugged in, little less than 2 feet. This is what it would sound like if you're recording in a noisy environment, which driving on the highway indeed is a noisy environment. Let's now switch over to the Shure microphone, and I will go first, no noise cancellation, to be fair, but then we're going to see what the sound quality is like at the same distance with noise cancellation on. Kind of a leg up for the Shure microphone. So there's a plus there. Let's go ahead and switch over. Okay, so now I'm using the Shure microphone, and we've got it about the same amount of distance away from my mouth, and this is what it sounds like. No denoiser added at all. This is just the microphone with the road noise well behind it, but we are going to switch over and turn on the real-time denoiser, and we're going to do that right now. Okay, so now the denoiser is on, so it should be cutting out some kind of noise, whether it's just a little bit of road noise or a lot of road noise. I will be quiet for a moment. I still see the level meter is doing things, so I don't know if the denoiser is cutting out just a little bit or a lot, but we'll see how it works. I'll listen back, give my take, opinions, all that good stuff, because opinions are fantastic, especially mine. All right, so currently on the SoundScript Firefly with my thoughts on the Firefly. I think as far as like true full condenser sound goes, the Firefly is closer than the Shure as far as like an in-studio mic goes. That being said, I feel like the Firefly is a bit crunchy and a bit artificial at times, like digital artifacting maybe. Sometimes I just catch, just a crunchy, non-natural sound to the microphone, but I cannot dispute for what it is. It sounds really good for a mobile mic at like $100. Also, I'm in the studio and I'm doing like a 1.5 foot away test with my Motorola Razr 2024 because it's so easy to record with. You can see everything. But also plosives and wind rejection without like a little dead cat or anything like that. Really impressive out of the Firefly, like really impressive. I do find that it is kind of easy to overload. Like if you do get loud and the volume's not set on the lowest of settings, and maybe even on the lowest of settings, it seems to overload a little bit. So the SPL doesn't seem to be great. But you know, is what it is. It's a mobile microphone. So those are my thoughts on the Firefly. I will give like my thoughts on the Shure here in the next clip that's going to look similar to this clip. And then I will tell you which one I would want and my conclusion. Let's do that. But the Firefly, very impressive. I don't know if it should replace. It depends. Like if you're using a $100 or less studio mic now and you want to sell it and just use something to do all of that, the Firefly I think works. Like it's not going to provide you like professional studio sound in my opinion without processing straight out of the box. Like there's some things, but overall for basic like streaming YouTube videos, you know, stuff that you're not trying to make money with this thing in more than just a casual way. It's not an audio tool for professional recordings. It's a hobbyist and influencer tool for sure, and a damn good one at that actually. Now we're on the Shure MV88 USB-C. Of course my freezer kicks on my wife's freezer, the baking freezer, and it sounds like Roger from American Dad. Meow, meow. And but yeah, we got the 1.5 foot away on the MV88. And I will say, the MV88 I think has a more natural sound to it, but also at times gets a little bit crunchy sounding at the top, sometimes. But I did also unknowingly have auto level on in the studio testing. That's the only thing that was on. Auto leveling is now off, so we'll see. We'll use this as a final studio test because I am still in the studio, 1.5 foot away. I will say the Plosive rejection, wind rejection on the MV88 USB-C, not good. Firefly was much better there. Granted, if you have a little dead cat that came with like a little tiny shotgun or something like that, or you could take a dead cat and like cut and band, I don't know. There's ways to get a dead cat on this little thing, and that would probably help a ton, but that's a little bit of an annoyance. Like the wind noise was really bad, the plosives was bad. Outside, you know, the foam windscreen that comes with it didn't do anything to stop that stuff. But again, more natural sounding than the Firefly, and I think at times in the studio it did also sound better than like the $100 less microphone, kind of like the Firefly. I just felt like Firefly had a little bit more of a full condenser sound. Like you could probably fool somebody into thinking it's a large diaphragm condenser. This, I think, still like kind of falls in that Lewitt LCT 240 range that you could maybe fool somebody into thinking it's one of those. And it sounds pretty good. The options in the app and the Motive Video app, all that stuff, like those are nice. It's nice to have true stereo, mid-side, and bidirectional. There's a lot more options here for outdoor recording. You just gotta get away. If it's windy, you need that dead cat. But this is definitely more of an outdoor recording microphone that is perfectly suitable for inside as well. I'll sum it up in this way. I think the Firefly sounded a little more like a large diaphragm condenser. I think the Shure MV88 USB-C sounds a little more natural. I think even though wind rejection's awful, the Shure is a better tool for field recording. The Firefly is a better tool for social media recording indoors. And as far as which one I would pick, I'm going to give it to the Shure by a hair. I wouldn't be upset to own either one of these as my main mobile microphone. I think they're both like pretty much head and shoulders above every other USB-C direct plug-in mic I've ever used, which isn't many. But these do work really well, and I think whatever one you think sounds better is acceptable. I'm not telling you one is head and shoulders better than the other. They both have use cases that are like, one's better for this, one's better for that. They're both really good. If I could only have one though, which I do only have one because the Firefly, that belongs to Pags at MEI Studios, and that's going back to him. I would ultimately go with the Shure just because, for me, there's a little more that I would use this for. And I am happy with the sound, even though I think the Firefly sounds a little more like a true condenser. You know, you can add EQ to this. You could add dark, natural, all that stuff. Wait, and just to be sure, I went in on this phone because this has an older version of the Motive Video app than my other phone. And this one had some compression on, light compression, which defaulted to the mic. So here it is without compression. There's another thing about the Shure, like there is simplicity here where you can't really mess anything up with this. And if you forget your last settings, the mic remembers the last settings you used on your device. And if I switch it to another device, those settings carry over and I would have to go in and turn stuff on or off. So there is that too. You do want to check the Shure app every time you go to record with this because it may have something on there you don't want this time around. Again, but options, you got options, but you don't have buttons. It's locked in once you do it. So still, Shure, by a hair. They're both really, really good. Yeah, just that is a good bit cheaper though. So it really depends on your use case. Both great. I've rambled long enough. I'll see you guys next time. Secure mics. Peace out.
Do 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 do. I want my bud like a waterfall. I want my girl whenever I call.